the same time.
What's
You
good?
know
What's
what?
good?
We already started talking. What's good? What's good, everybody? I'm taking over the host of this show. My name is
Okay.
Anson, aka Billy Anson. We got Sean P, of course. Sean
Yeah.
P, aka Shadow Code Radio. This is Hip Hop Roundtable and Reviews. Go ahead, Sean.
Yes, yes, y'all. Let's get it. Last week we got a little bit sidetracked due to the
Oh,
Jay-Z freestyle at Roots Picnic, which was like an instant classic that we had to talk about. But we really wanted to discuss what we're going to talk about tonight, and that's the Complex Top 50 New York MCs list from Complex Magazine. I think it dropped on the 29th, I believe, of 29th of May. So it's been a while since that, and we really wanted to talk about it then, but now we're going to talk about it tonight because there's a lot to talk about as to who should have been higher, who should have been lower, who was left off the list. I did a list. I did something for this. I want to say 2 years ago. I think Complex did a similar list. I remember Ice Spice was on there for some reason, and I remember
yeah.
that was the talk. That was the
Was that
talk back
Ice
then. And
Spice or Pitchfork?
that might have been Pitchfork. But I did the top 50 back then. I had to rip that one apart, but this may have to get ripped apart in the same way.
You
Just
know
say
who
that.
also did one back then that me and D Double, shout out to you, bro. Even though you know the situation, we ripped apart the Billboard top MCs from New York, MCs all time and
That
groups
might
of
have been it. That might have been it. That might have been it. All I remember, I did have to rip apart a top 50 list. But anyway, back on to Complex. Now, just for context, Complex seems to be the one outlet that tries to, I'm not going to say they appeal to younger audiences. I think they try to appeal to younger audiences. And in that, they try a little bit too hard. And they kind of discount the opinions of older hip hop fans. When I say older, I'd say 30, 35 and over. They kind of just kick it to the side and they kind of almost do these lists as to, well, if I was 25 years old, how would I look at this? So I always thought their list was very disingenuous because they didn't seem really authentic. But we'll see. Maybe they had some good points on this one, but I think there's going to be quite a bit of disagreement, Ansem. So let's get started with it. All right, so let me blow this one up. Hold on,
yeah.
so everyone can see it. Let's start from
We'll start
50.
from the bottom. All
Yeah,
right.
let's start from the bottom. 50 to 40. Um, Off the top of for this list, let's just get it out the way. Um,
40 to 50.
Where
Let's
is
go
AZ
from 40 to
on this
50.
list? Where is
That's why
AZ?
we want to start from 40 to 50.
Yeah, but I
Where
just gotta see. We gotta go from 50, but who was left off of this? And automatically AZ just jumps right out. Like why?
I have four names that can take out names between 40 and 50. AZ, Sean Price,
Yeah,
Pharaoh Monch, and Roxanne Shante.
I see that. AZ needs to be on here. I think AZ is easily top 30. So that's definitely one on here. I don't get the A Boogie with a hoodie, and I think they're trying again to go out of their way to cater to under 25 audiences. Um, I could even say if we're really gonna go that route, I would even say like little TJ may have more of a little impact than A Boogie with the hoodie. And I don't even know if he belongs in the top 50, but I just want to check.
I could
Um,
say the same for Joel Santana. I put Joel Santana over A Hoodie with the boogie, and I wouldn't put him on here either.
Yeah, and I think he's so overrated. I'll get to the Dipset stuff in a minute because you got a Dipset guy coming up. But what did you think about? And again, I know Posdnuos, he's from Long Island. Who else?
De La Soul. They
Yeah.
had to have like a few people from the native tongues on here. Me
Mhm.
personally, I would like to see Fife Dog on here, but I can kind of understand why Fife isn't on here to a certain
But the
extent.
reason why I bring up Long Island is this strictly a New York City list? Because what about Benny the Butcher? What about Conway the Machine?
Well, obviously
Um,
they're talking about the New York metropolitan area and the state of New York. You know they're not going to include Jersey. You know they're not going to include upstate.
well, Jersey's one thing because Jersey has their own thing. But if we're gonna include all of New York, this is a New York rapper list, the official best New York rappers of all time. Okay, they have Long Island represented on here. I want to say um, MC Light was from Long Island. Who else was from
Rakim,
um yeah, Rakim, yeah. Who else was on here?
but that
Uh
still makes sense though because
yeah.
like that's still New York City area. Now, if you was to say, okay, let's just say Benny the Butcher, would you
Mhm.
put Benny the Butcher over AZ, Sean Price, Pharaoh Munch, or Roxanne Shante? I would.
Um AZ, Sean Price.
Pharaoh Munch,
Sean
Roxanne
Price is a
Shante.
debate. Sean Price is a debate. That's a debate right there. Um the other guy who they left off of here is Heavy D. I mean, if we're
Wait,
gonna
Heavy
go,
D's not on here?
nah, I don't
I could
see
have
it.
sworn he was on there.
Where did I miss him?
Wow. They left off Heavy D.
Yeah. Where's Heavy D at? So it's
Not
like
a
Heavy D,
wow.
AZ are glaring. But if we're gonna include guys from Long Island, you gotta include, the upstate guys from Buffalo and Rochester and mainly Buffalo, and you gotta put in at this point Benny the Butcher and Conway the Machine. I mean, they've been the consistent street artists that Griselda has been holding down this game for a good decade now. You know what I
But if you want
mean?
to go that route, you might as well bring up Rock Marciano because he low key started that era of New York hip hop that depends more on the sample without the drums than Griselda did. Griselda just took it another level because they were outside of New York.
But I think
Rock Marciano is New York.
Griselda's had a bigger impact. I think so. If we're gonna go with some impact
Is it
on,
really a bigger impact, or
oh
are
yeah,
they impacted by Rock Marciano?
but it doesn't. Well, if you want to say Marciano impacted them, you could go and say that. But who's had a bigger impact on the culture overall? I would say Griselda at this point.
We would debate that another time. You know who's not on here? The reason why I brought up Sean Price is because there needs to be someone from the boot camp clique on here. At least Buckshot. If not Buckshot, Sean Price.
Sean Price is another good one. I think Benny the Butcher and Sean Price are interesting people. I think Biz Marquis on here for the pioneer aspect.
He should be on here.
Yeah,
I agree with Lloyd Banks. I agree with Biz Marquis. Of course, Styles should be higher. I
Lloyd
don't agree
Banks
with
and
Snoop
Style
Dogg.
should be higher. Lloyd Banks and Style should be at least in the 30s.
And the
I
reason why
would
I don't
put
agree with
I
Jim
would put
Jones
ASAP
is
Rocky
because
down at I'll put ASAP Rocky down in the 40s. Probably like maybe closer to 50, like 45 or what have you. And then Fabulous, I think is too low. He needs to be up in the 30s. And I think Positive News, he needs to be up a little bit higher after that De La Soul project last year. Because that shows, pretty good longevity. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
he gonna be spitting for a little while longer. I like how Pos did that album. The rest in peace, Dave. Some
That's
people say
right.
Dave was a better rapper, but nah, Pos was the to
Oh
me
yeah,
Pos was
and I believe they won a Grammy too. So I mean, he needs he needs a little bit more recognition. He needs to be
now.
up
Of
there.
course, Melly Mel on here makes sense, but the four names I would take out is ASAP Rocky, Jim Jones, which I know a lot of Dipset fans going to debate, A Boogie with the Hoogie, and French Montana. It's funny that Max B thought he doesn't belong on that. Max B walked out of that interview because he wasn't on here. But I'm like, you're not even over Roxanne Shante.
You know
Like,
what? That this is another topic for another day. But since he got out of jail, I think Max B's really exposed himself as being a real overrated rapper. I'll just say that
he's doing this cocky thing, his wavy thing. It's just that is the wavy thing starting to get outdated? Is that what it is? Because he created that.
He had a little run, a mixtape run when New York hip hop was really down. I'll get to it in a minute, but he was in the like the late 2000s, kind of early 2010s.
Yeah.
I think this is the same thing that happened. We'll get to MF Doom in a little bit, but during that
was the time that Max B was better than French. Now it sounds like French is better than Max.
Oh my God,
Max project.
French blows him away, man. I listened to both of those projects. French is carrying him by, I mean, he's carrying him by more than bootstraps. He's carrying him by the belt.
Because French knows how to pick beats and he rides the beat. Max B think that he's a bar for bar dude.
And if we're going to really talk about it, people are going to disagree with me, but I do think that French Montana belongs on this list. I'll stand on that. I think
you'll put French Montana on here.
Huh?
So you think French Montana should be on there?
He's one of the greatest hook makers of all time. I'll stand on that. Okay. Yeah. He's got anthems behind his name. He's got a diamond single behind his name. You know, even though it's more Afro beats.
What's wrong with Diamond? Unforgettable with Diamond?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And he's done this thing. I mean, you go back, you listen to that. I mean, we did the verses, you know. He's got enough clout behind his name to be on this list. Now, I get it. Lyrically, he ain't that great. But same thing with Pop Smoke. He ain't that great lyrically, but he's on here. I think French can make a case for being on the list. I think 50 is probably the best he would be. You know what I mean? Maybe a little bit higher, maybe like 47. But
let me ask you a question. If Pop Smoke was still living, do you think he would really be on this list?
Yeah. I think if Pop Smoke was living, New York hip hop would be completely different. Pop Smoke was the future of New York rap.
Outside of drill beats?
Yeah, well, he was all right. I'll put it to you like this:
in order for him to be the king, he got to be ill outside of drill beats too.
Pop Smoke to New York drill was what Future was to Atlanta melodic trap.
Okay, if you want to talk that direction,
that's the analogy right there.
That's how some people see A Boogie with the hoodie.
Huh?
That's how some people see A Boogie with the hoodie, because he does have a little bit of Future swag in him.
But he doesn't have that energy. A Boogie with a hoodie would probably be more like what's his name? Young Thug. He's more like the Young Thug, right? But I don't think Young Thug's all that. Number one, but I don't think he's had the impact Young Thug.
I got you. I understand.
But Pop Smoke, and we'll get to him. He's way too high. But yeah, I agree with all those that you said. But Heavy D's glaring and AZ.
Yeah, I forgot Heavy D. Yeah, let's go to the 30s.
Heavy D's is glaring and AZ I got. So
now Cool G Rap. Fat Joe. It's hilarious that they edit out the word fat.
Yeah, why did they do that?
It's the internet, man. They edit anything nowadays. Cool G Rap, Fat Joe, Jizza. Thank you, Complex, for putting Jizza on here. This is where it makes me wonder, is Complex trying to source themselves? Because you said that Complex adapts to the new people.
Yeah.
But do you feel like they're trying to make themselves the new source or the new double XL?
They tried, but they're not successful at it.
Because
They make
Pitchfork
themselves
by
look like
far is the
idiots.
worst.
They make
Like, what's
themselves
a
look like
better?
a bunch of Drake Glazers, is what they are.
So what's a better online magazine that's out now? That's not Double XL or Source, and not Pitchfork. They're
I
like,
think, me personally, I think the hip hop magazine era is completely over
mm,
because I don't think any of them matter anymore. I think that Source Double XL era died in the mid 2000s, really.
the other
Um,
reason why I asked that question is because you can also look through the Source and Double XL online too, because that's how we found this top 50 list. If Double XL or the Source did it, they would do it this exact same way.
Complex has more media pull because they do more interactive stuff. They had everyday struggle for a while, like,
Okay.
so they have more of a name today, but I think they try way too hard to appeal to younger audiences, and they don't have a balanced approach in looking at hip hop. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So,
Now, Foxy Brown, do you agree with these next three names?
mhm.
ODB, Cool Keith is my nigga, the greatest offbeat rapper of all time. He should be higher than me. And Ja Rule.
Ja Rule is good where he is. MC Light could be higher. I think she's top 30, maybe top 25. Nori could be lower. Um, I think Foxy Brown, she's right where she is. Cool G Rap, definitely higher. I'll tell you some people I would move down. Cool G Rap is top 15, easily top 15. And Big L is top 20, top 25. He's the best to come out of Harlem. And we'll get to that later on because Mace is good where he is, and Pop Smoke should be lower. I think he should be top 35. Like, I would move up instead of Pop Smoke. I don't know. I maybe move up maybe Jizza. Maybe. I don't know.
Let me ask
I
you
could
this one.
flip Pop Smoke and Jizza. I could live with that.
Now you mentioned Pop Smoke. Let's mention females for a second.
Mhm.
Lil Kim. Would you put Lil Kim over everyone from 30 to 39?
Yeah, I'll do that. We're gonna get to the females in a minute. I would probably flip MC Light ahead of Little Kim, but
Okay, that's why I was wondering you were going to say that.
yeah. See, Roxanne, back to Roxanne Shante. I think that point. Um, I hear what you're saying, but I don't think she had the female impact outside of like the 80s. And I think they're looking at it like, well, we gotta take a few from the 80s. I mean, I would put they're a group, but Salt and Pepper, I don't know where they're at. You know what I mean? And I
See,
would
that's
put
so
them
that's
over
different.
Roxanne Shante, huh?
Yeah, but see, Salt and Pepper is a group. Like solo wise, you wouldn't put them over Roxanne.
Um, not Pepper, but I forget her real name, but Salt. She may be able to. I would probably put
Didn't
her
Salt
over
get
Roxanne
stopped by
Shante.
Kurt Franklin?
Huh?
Didn't Salt get stopped by Kurt Franklin?
Did she? Oh, well, it was on the remix thing. Yeah, I think so.
Hmm.
But I mean, yeah, I mean they broke up groups all over here. So
So you actually put Salt over Roxanne Shante.
I probably would. I
Hmm.
probably would. I think Roxanne. I mean, outside of the whole battle situations we had back in the 80s with the real Roxanne and all of that, she really didn't have the impact of some of the other female MCs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but
I
I'm
was
okay
second
with
guessing Nori until I thought about the war report
that.
because
This is going to be crazy. Nori is actually underrated.
you think he underrated.
Yeah,
There was a time when he was overrated.
you got to understand something. Like, he's had impact in Capone Noriega, which is a classic hip hop group.
That's why he's
Has a
on here.
classic right there.
The War Report is why he's on here.
When he came out as a solo artist, I want to say between 98
Right.
and 2000, NORE was a big deal. NORE was that album before DMX Dark as Hell is Hot drop. You know what I mean?
It
His
was a
songs
cool
was
album,
rocking the clubs.
but Super Thug was the hit, and him and Neptunes was like a better
He was
combination.
the first. Okay, he was the first one. He was the first one to bring Neptunes to the mainstream. But I'm gonna do you one better. He
Okay.
had impact in a third mode as well because he was the one to first put reggaeton on the map with Oye Mi Canto. That's another way. So he impacted hip hop three ways right there: underground,
You got a
street,
point. You got a point
mainstream,
with that. And
and
now he got good
reggaeton.
shit. Yeah.
Absolutely, he's. I mean, people look at him as a guy from Drink Champs. Nah, man, this dude, he deserves to be on there, definitely. So, yeah, yeah, Nori actually could be up a little bit higher. I could see him top 30, but he's good where he is.
Now, with
I
that being said, would you put Nori over Sean Price, Pharoah Monch, or Roxanne Shante?
Roxanne Shante, I would. You know what? Now that I
He
think about
technically
it,
was like a new
if you're
school.
gonna put Sean Price on there, I could see Jim Jones being out of there and or Grand Puba. I could see one of them. You know what I mean? I think
Now,
Sean Price.
Grand Poopa is nigga. That boy was ahead of his time, bro. Like he's the reason why Drake exists.
I don't know
Grand
about
Poopa.
that, but I think
When it comes to like the song making, because he was involved with Brand Nubian and the old school group back in the days that had the song "Sexy," that was produced by Teddy Riley. Like he
yeah,
was early with the what do you call that type of beats that Teddy Riley was making? That scattered. I forgot what they had a name for that sound. I'm high, I just can't think of it right now. Swing, yeah, the swing type.
New Jack Swing.
New Jack, yeah, that style.
All I remember is 2000. That was a fire album. With any say New York City, that joint. Oh man.
And he wrote for Mary J. Blige. He wrote for MC Light.
Yeah,
Um,
Town MCA days. You're right.
yeah, he wrote a little bit for Pete
So wait a
Rock.
minute. MC Light didn't write all of her stuff.
You know, LL Cool J wrote the Self Destruction verse, right?
Okay, well, self-destruction verse, but most of her stuff was all right. Well, let me
She
get it
wrote
out
her
there.
own stuff, but she
So
also
are you telling me that every female MC out there had a male write for them?
Rhapsody has no writers.
Huh?
Rhapsody has no writers.
All right, well, let's get that out the way. But all the female rappers on this list pretty much have a male writer for them at some point. Because I thought MC Light was all her own pen.
In the beginning, yeah.
Okay. So she used ghostwriters then. So this is news to me. I put MC Light up there because she didn't have ghostwriters. Because all the other female MCs did.
Yeah, no, not all of them. Roxanne Shante never had a writer. She wrote for Biz Markie.
Yeah. And she was in the Juice Crew.
There you go.
This is news to me because I thought Roxanne Shante, well, not Roxanne, but I thought MC Light wrote her own stuff. I learned something new. All right, where are we at? Did we go 27?
Fabulous makes sense.
Okay. Raekwon, does he deserve to be? He's got to be in the top 25, right?
He's good where he is. It's Wu Tang.
He doesn't crack the top 25.
Here's the thing. I wouldn't put Raekwon over AZ. Nor Heavy D.
I agree with that. Well, let's just
I also
get
said Shaw Price though, but I cut myself.
Let's get right to the top 25. Cardi B, she got to get out of there. If Cardi B makes this list, she's in the 40s. And I
You
mean
know
low
what?
40s.
What her in this list is what Ice Spice was in that other list you're talking about, the New York list.
She's better than Ice Spice. I'll give her this. I mean, I listened to
But
Cardi B.
30,
Huh?
but 30 though, 40 if anything. She
No, in
make
the
no you
40s. She needs
yeah.
to be between 40 and 50. I think she's earned her place as a big song maker, a hit maker, impact on the female rap culture. She's a good performer. She puts on a good live show. And her catalog is not horrible. She's got a solid catalog. And on top of that, she's got the Latino angle. You gotta incorporate reggaeton, and I like it like that. And bringing Bad Bunny to the culture like that, because like it or not, I mean, you could really make the argument that reggaeton is on culture overall maybe has a bigger impact than reggae almost today. And she was one of those people that brought reggaeton like Nori to the forefront. So she deserves to be on this list. I'll say that. But I would say in the 40s, especially because she didn't write her own stuff. So she needs to be in it. Outside of, I'll kick her out the top 25, and I will definitely put Raekwon in there. I would put also AZ in there. Q-Tip, does he belong in the top 25? I'd say maybe
Yeah,
top 30.
yes, because over 50% of A Tribe Called Quest was Q-Tip. There were other members. When it comes to the actual music, over 50% of A Tribe Called Quest was Q-Tip. The
But the thing
rapping
about it is he's
and
not better than better than he he's not better than Cool Rap.
maybe not lyrically, but musically, yes.
But impact
Clearly,
wise, Cool
clearly.
Rap's the godfather of modern day street rap.
But Q-Tip represents the rapper producer. Your Large Professor, your Kanye West, your Jay Dilla, your Pete Rock, your RZA,
That versus starting
Eric
modern day
Sermon.
street rap.
Like Q-Tip was like,
And Cool G Rap being a better lyricist and better
no.
flows.
But definitely not better songs. We'll say that
Yeah,
for sure.
I'll give you that. The song maker and hit.
Because above that is Run from Run DMC. That only makes sense.
Yeah.
Like
I
you
mean,
gotta have it.
run
Above him is Chuck D. Who would you have higher, Run or Chuck D?
Chuck D.
Chuck D.
Probably.
Okay. Above
Um,
him, Method Man. Now let's stop right here. Method Man is 21. Is Method Man better than everyone after him?
I'm gonna tell you the glaring guys. The glaring guys I see coming up, he's definitely better than them.
You might disagree
I
with
could
me.
go from 14 to 18. Method Man is better than them outside of Jadakiss is a debate.
Well, right now I'm just talking about after 21. Is Method Man better than everyone after 21?
I take Method Man over Slick Rick. Oh, you talking after 21?
Yeah, after 21. From Chuck D, Run, Q-Tip, Cardi B, go back up, Cool G Rap, go back up again.
Cool G Rap is a debate. I think
Raekwon, yes.
Meth is better than Raekwon. Yes.
Pop Smoke, yes. Mace, yes. Big L, no. Big L is above Meth. Cool G Rap, in my opinion, yes.
Method
But I
Man and
put
Cool
Big
G
L
Rap
over
is a
Meth.
debate. That's a debate. But everybody else, yeah, Method Man. I think Method
Technically,
Man should be. I think Method Man should be top 20 at least, top 15. I would flip. All right, you know what? Let's flip Method Man with Big Pun. How's that?
matter of fact, no, better than that. Method Man or AZ?
Method Man.
Okay.
Method Man had bigger impact on the culture.
Okay. Now, AZ or Q-Tip?
I had to go Q-Tip on that one. He had more impact
Okay.
than AZ.
Go back up again.
AZ is top 30, arguably top 25.
KZ. Oh, no, I'm sorry. AZ or Cool G Rap?
Cool G Rap. Cool
I
G
still got
Rap.
AZ. See, Cool G Rap
AZ,
is technically the better rapper, but AZ
saw
makes
this.
the better
I
music.
saw this the debate the other day, and they've had this debate that AZ was like kind of like a poor man's version of Cool G Rap. I could kind
Because
of
he's
see
more
that
smooth
parallel.
with his stuff. But
Huh?
you know who he also is? He's also Big Daddy Kane. So put Big Daddy Kane and Cool G Rap together, you technically get AZ.
Um, Big Daddy Kane, I may say maybe better than AZ. I don't know. Big Daddy
I agree
Kane is the
Kane.
real deal, man.
I agree
Big
Kane is
Daddy
better.
Kane, Big Daddy Kane was a blueprint for Jay-Z. So let's not let's not diminish what
But,
Big Daddy
but
Kane
let's
was.
keep it real. Jay-Z better than Kane though.
Huh?
Jay-Z better than Kane
No,
though.
obviously, but that's Big
But
Daddy
is
Kane.
AZ better than
Big
Kane?
Daddy Kane is the real blueprint if you really want to be technical about it. Okay? He was that smooth guy that was getting money, getting ladies. He was the fly dude. He was the flashy dude. He was the original guy in the 80s. That
And he
ladies
should be
like.
above most deaf if you want to keep it honest.
Yeah, that's where I gotta go here. Like, I would put Most Def out of the top 25, but he belongs on the list. He
What?
belongs on the list. Oh yeah. I would put Most Def out of the top 25, but I'd say like 27,
So
26.
you got most deaf over Q-Tip?
Um Q-Tips had a bigger impact. I don't know if he's not the lyricist. Okay, Most Def's a better lyricist, but give me everything else: the song making, the hit making, the hooks, the memorable lines, the impactful classic records. Oh, come on. You kidding me?
But most have out rapped Tip on songs. That's the only problem.
Yeah, well, I gave you he's a better lyricist.
Some songs be hitting too.
And
Most
Cameron, I think is the most egregious one because Cameron needs to be, I would say, out of the top 30, dog. I think I'll just say this: Dipset as a whole is the most overrated crew in hip hop history. They are overrated. They were carried. I mean, carried by the Heat.
I agree. Q-Tip or Cameron? Q-Tip.
Oh, Q-Tip. Oh, hands down. If you really want
A
to be
lot of niggas
technical,
will disagree with that.
if you want to, nah, man, they're watching too much of the podcast he got with Mace.
But you see what I mentioned when it comes to Q-Tip? Like, he is a Tribe Called Quest. Like,
Nah, Q-Tip, nah, he's better than Cam. And people forget about some of the garbage bars that Cameron threw out there. You know what I mean? Like computers computing and all that stuff. Like, come on. He
now
don't
here's
belong in the top 20 whatsoever.
okay. So now let's go between 12 and 16. You have
Well, hold
Little
on a
Kim
minute. Let's get back to this top 20 here.
because
Like,
you want
I would
Cameron.
put I would put Big L in my top 20, kick out Cameron.
Okay, so Big L is definitely above Cameron.
I think Cool G
But
Rap's in my top 25, so kick out Cardi B. Q-Tip stays in the top 25. Run stays in the top 25. I would flip Method Man up where Most Def is, definitely. Slick Rick's interesting. Is he? I guess he could stay in there. He was a big deal, and he's got longevity. He just put out the album on Mass Appeal. All right, Slick Rick is there. But Big L needs to be in that top 25. Um, I think Coogee Rap needs to be in there. Um,
Now let's get to the Cool G Rap and the Method Mans. Would you put them over Cameron?
yes, Cameron needs to
Jada,
get out of there.
okay, Jadakiss.
No,
You would not put Meth or Cool G Rap over Jadakiss.
Jadakiss and Method Man's a debate, but Jadakiss is at the worst number 11, or at the worst number 12. At the worst.
Yeah, because Jadakiss is above Lil Kim, Big Pun is above Lil Kim,
Yeah.
MF Doom is above Lil Kim. But
Little
here's
Kim
the
is
problem:
top 25. But
MF Doom should be lower. The
yeah,
only reason why I think
MF
MF Doom should be
Doom,
lower is because Method Man is better to me.
Method
Most
Man
Def is better than
Method
me.
Man is
Lil
easily
Kim
top 15.
is better than me.
I would say Method Man's better than Big Pun. I would say Big Pun would have to be down a little bit lower. Like
I wouldn't put Meth over Pun.
Method Man's better than Pun, yeah.
Eh,
You got to think. What did Big Pun have? He had 2 albums.
hey, some classics.
Versus 30 years. But how many classics does Method Man have? And listen, I'm not going to go down this road tonight, but if you are part of group classic albums, that counts.
I mean, yeah, that counts. But here's the issue, and this is where Jadakiss come in. Jadakiss and Method Man, to the majority, don't have a classic album, but they got classic verses and classic songs.
And classic group projects too.
Yeah,
and classic group albums too.
Now, solo wise, you could say Kiss of Death or Kiss the Gay Goodbye for Jadakiss. And for Meth, you could say To Cow or To Cow 2000.
Yeah.
But yeah, you also got to mention the group projects as well. Not just with Meth, Wu-Tang, Method Man and Redman as well.
And also with Jadakiss, remember Puffy No Way Out. Remember that album too, because he wrote all the big verses for Diddy.
Yeah, so this is where you can kind of understand why they're staying.
Yeah.
Where they are. Where they could be higher, but yeah. So Method Man and Jadakiss are like on that same level.
But you gotta factor that, and you gotta factor in the longevity too, because they still can do it today. Jadakiss can get on a track today and out rap everybody.
Okay, but here's the only issue.
Yeah,
I would put both of them over MF Doom. Ghostface Killer, personally, Ghostface Killer should be higher, but the only reason why I put him down lower is because of that alleged thing about Superb.
What was that?
Alleged thing. No, Superb helped him with Supreme Clientele. But some people cleared it out saying that he didn't literally write for him. Some people said that he did write some songs for him.
I saw something the other day.
Like Tony Yayo brought that up initially. But
listen, these kind of wild ghostwriting claims. I saw something for Jay-Z the other day that Kanye West wrote something on one of his songs, Lucifer, I think, on Black Album.
You know what that was? That was a reference track. You know what?
Yeah, or a reference track. Yeah.
What's the difference between Kanye West back then?
But see, let me make my point on this.
But here's one thing you have to add, though.
I think with hip hop media now today, you get more and more of these wild stories, and if you can't really verify these things, I tend to not believe them.
But you know what I mean? With Kanye, though, let me tell you why. Because Kanye was turning his mixtape songs into hits. He was one of the first that did that. He made his mixtape songs that he was throwing out his reference songs, where some people would just take pieces of the song. Like he has a song called Half Price. And in the hook, he said, "Oh, I came there for you." But it was his own song called Half Price. Lil' Kim took like one line and turned that to "I Came There for You" from her Naked Truth album. Just that one line. That's basically what Jay-Z did with Lucifer. The difference is Kanye gave him the track because they showed it on the Back to Black DVD where Kanye is playing one of his songs to Jay, and Jay heard one part. He said, "I could turn that into a song." Just one part was,
Wait, I
"I
saw that. Wait a
burn
minute.
the capital,
I think
murder for
that was
capital."
on. I saw that before.
Yeah, but he took that and he took, "Oh, I gotta get my soul right" as like a, what do you call that? A hook, but not necessarily the chorus on that song. But he made his own verses though.
But see,
That's
this is
the
what I
difference.
mean. Like, are like, let's really take a look at this. Are we going to of that level of scrutiny here? And why are we doing this? Are we doing this because we want to put a narrative out there just because we don't like the other guy, or this is really a
You
real
want to know
narrative
why?
here? Yeah.
Because a lot of people saying if you can call out Drake about that, and you can call out this rapper about that, treat everybody else the same, and that's when you start hearing. Remember, there was like there was rumored to be reference tracks about Pusha T, where Quentin Miller did the hook to Pusha T song. Basically, Pusha T gave him
But here's
verses,
the whole thing.
and Quentin
Quentin
Miller put
Miller,
his hook on the
Quentin
song.
Miller did a whole
When
Drake
Pusha T
album.
recorded the song,
Drake did a whole reference track album from
yeah,
Quentin Miller.
that's
That's
where he literally took like the whole song. Like the whole song "Alleged" is a Quentin Miller song.
yeah.
He took the
But if
whole
Jay-Z took a line, I mean Jay-Z, I mean he inserted Biggie lines all over his raps,
yeah,
his whole career. So it's like, all right, so what? How many people took Jay-Z bars? Lil
yeah.
Wayne took Jay-Z bars. You know what I mean? So it's like, what are we really doing here with the whole ghostwriting thing?
But yeah, that's how everybody is like trying to.
Is it
It's,
everybody, or is this a Drake stand narrative to justify Drake doing things?
oh no, it's not even just Drake because there was rumors about now this wasn't true. Jay Electronica produced interludes on the N album, but
I
he
heard
also
about this
got a
one with
writer
Nas,
credit.
yeah.
And people thought that he wrote the verse for Nas. No, he gave
But
Nas the
that's but
idea,
see, that's
and Nas
proving
wrote
my
his own
that's
verse.
kind of proving my point. It's like people take something small like that and
Yeah,
they make a whole different narrative out of it that wasn't even the case.
yeah.
So that's my problem with it. It's like, what are we doing here? But anyway, back to this. Ghostface Killer is interesting. I actually think as an MC, I think Method Man is better than him. You know, Ghostface Killer as a storyteller is phenomenal, but lyrics wise, if we're talking bars, Method Man got him on that. You know what I mean? I'd even say as a pure lyricist, I'd even say Jada Kiss got him on that. You know what I mean? But his catalog carries him because he's got the best catalog out of Wu Tang. But again, like a Wu Tang solo album, a lot of them are like kind of their group albums. So it's like, what are we doing here? You know? So I
One
don't
thing I didn't know was that Ghostface Killer was a co-executive producer of Wu Tang Forever. He was a
that makes sense.
co-executive producer of Only Built for Cuban Links 1 and 2. I was reading credits. Um, yeah, so he's definitely involved with like the processing of the song for sure. But yeah, as far as like the better rapper, you probably got a point when it comes to Jada Kiss and Meth over Ghost. I still would put Ghost over both, but I understand that. I definitely put both over MF Doom. And I don't
Yeah.
hate MF Doom at all. MF
I mean,
Doom, I'm happy niggas got him up here, but I don't think he's that high.
I
Like,
think
is MF Doom even better than Jay Dilla? But Jay
I'll
Dilla's
put
not
it
the
to you like this.
But MF Doom's not better than Q-Tip. That's one
I
thing.
think Ghostface, we're gonna get into the top 10. I'm gonna redo the whole top 10. But I think Ghostface can be at number 11. I put Ghostface number 11. I put Prodigy number 12. Um no, hold on a minute. No, I put
Prodigy.
Number 11, I might put Method Man. I might put Method Man number 11, Ghostface 12, Prodigy maybe 13. I don't know.
Prodigy is a staple of New York. It's kind of hard to put him over Meth, but I agree if we want to talk lyrically. but Prodigy got a staple
And
voice.
you got to think, oh, people are going to say, oh, well, Prodigy's part of a legendary group. So what's Method Man, though? This is what are you going to, you know what I mean? Mobb Deep versus Wu Tang. Wu Tang's the greatest group of all time. So it's like, what are we doing here?
Now, yeah, how low do you have Lil Kim? Honestly, though, is Lil Kim over Cameron?
Man, I'd say yeah. As far as impact as females, yeah. I mean, Little Kim can be in the top 25, but towards the back end. Um, and then we get to the top 10. Um,
Karis won, stayed there.
yes, I agree with that. I would have now Busta Rhymes at 9 is interesting. I would maybe have him at number 11 or something, and maybe I'd have, in my opinion, I'd take Jadakiss over him. But that's a good debate. I think Busta Rhymes. Let's listen. Busta Rhymes and Jadakiss need to be the next verses. Can we agree there?
That would be tough.
That
That
needs to happen.
But Busta is a cheat code, though.
But
Because
Jadakiss
he's
is a cheat
also a
code.
part of Tribe Called Quest.
Jadakiss is a cheat code. He beat a whole crew by himself in a verses. How about that?
Busta made Scenario.
Yeah.
That's not even this group.
Busta made Scenario. Jadakiss got Benjamins. Scenario versus Benjamins. What are we doing?
So what's Jadakiss Look at Me Now?
Huh?
What's Jadakiss Look at Me Now?
Money, power, respect.
No,
24
Look
hours.
at Me Now as in Chris Brown, Lil Wayne, Busta Rhymes. Like that era.
What, 2000? When was that? 2010, 2011?
That had to be early 2010s.
I got one for you. How about what was the one with Kanye West? Chief Keef Don't Like remix. Pusha T, Jadakiss, Kanye West, Chief Keef.
Well, we can debate that. Because there's another list we need to look at also. We almost at the what's I'm actually looking at when 2011. Look at Me
Yeah.
Now came out 2011.
Yeah, well, Don't Like remix came out in 2012, I want to think. So it's around that same time. Because that was on not Cruel Summer, but I forget. I think it was Cruel Summer. It was a compilation from Good Music.
Now it's Meth and Jadakiss over DMX.
No, oh hell no.
Okay.
DMX. Well, I'm gonna redo my top 10, but number 7 now it gets interesting now because we got Nicki Minaj in there. Now, see, this is my thing with Nicki Minaj. We had this discussion before about her. When you really break down her rap catalog, she's really got one fire album, one dope album, but she's basically dressed up with features and one verses, and all of her biggest songs are all pop records. She's like the female Drake.
That's
But I
why
guess the impact because of the whole streaming and sales and the whole streaming narrative, she sold the most and had the most successful female music career. Even though she really hasn't been appreciated artistically because she hasn't really won a Grammy. She's won a bunch of Teen Pop Awards and all those other awards. But does Nicki Minaj, over all of these New York, I mean, pardon the pun, giants, does she really belong in the top 10? Or could you live with her maybe at number 11 or 12?
basically to me, she's either below Lil Kim or one name above Lil Kim. Like at most, she got to be one name
So,
above Lil Kim. She
so
can't be
you would
wide.
take him over her.
Yes,
I could live with. I'll put it this way: I could live with Kim or Nicki.
I could actually take Kim and Foxy over her if we want to keep it 100.
Yeah, I mean, I could live if you tell me like, let's say Nicki Minaj was like number 12 and Kim was number 13 or 14. I could live with it. I would prefer to listen to Little Kim, but Little Kim wrote a lot less than what Nicki wrote. You know what I mean? So if you're gonna really,
But
even
you just
though
have to have a
Nicki,
longer career, though. So I mean,
huh?
yeah.
Nicki had a longer career. She wrote more of her catalog, even though Nicki had help as well. Um, but I could live with either one. You know what I mean? But
Now she over Ghost.
I don't think over Ghostface. Hell no.
Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh
Like
no, no.
Lil
They
Kim is under Ghost and Nicki is under
they
Lil
they
Jon.
they're right outside of the top 10. But of course, you know this is complex. They want to appeal to that type of audience, that Drake type of Young Money type of audience. So they're gonna prop her up to be, you know, that level. You know what I mean? Because I think a lot of them they're trying to appeal to that Young Money era audience and have her in the top 10. But her better than DMX, get the fuck out of here. That's disrespect. Her saying
Okay.
she's better than DMX is flat disrespect, bro. I'm sorry.
Is 50 Cent better than DMX? I
50 Cent's better than Nicki Minaj.
But should DMX be above? See, I'm two ways with DMX. It's like one side of me wants to say yes because his lyric, like he's sort of like a Nas. He don't have the best beat selection, but I can't front. Now, the more I listen to some
That's
DMX
beat
albums, I'm like,
selection. Are you, bro? Are you kidding me?
nah, I'm not a big fan of all of DMX's beat selection after the first two albums. But
But
lyrically,
I mean, but the first two,
his
but bro,
shit
the first two albums.
after the first two albums. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
As a
but
matter of fact, I'm only being nice saying after the first two albums. I really mean after the first album. But I'll
really
give
the
the
first,
album praise.
really the first three albums.
You like the third album?
What? That's damn near classic.
I'm
And then there
iffy
was
about that
X.
album, to be honest with you.
Well, man, I don't know, man. That that
I
might be.
will tell you this though. Now I think about it, is 50 Cent better than DMX because the first 50 Cent album that I could actually say was whack, which probably wasn't as whack as it was, but I called it whack, was Before I Self Destruct.
Yeah,
Curtis
that was weak.
was mid, but it wasn't whack. But it was mid. But I won't say it was whack. Before I Self Destruct, I wanted to call it whack. I play it back, it's like it got some songs, but still, it's his worst album. Clearly.
I think DMX is better than 50, but you can sell me if 50 is better because his impact is when you throw in the impact he's had globally, how he's changed the game as far as hit making is concerned, and what he did for street rap. And on top of that, throw in the mixtape game, because remember that counts to all of this. I think you could say 50 cents better than X. You know what I mean?
Okay.
LL is an interesting case because you got the longevity on his side, but he doesn't have the impact that 50 has. I mean, the
he
immediate.
had the impact back in the days. But
Yeah, but
he started fading in the 90s, but at the same time, he was early. You
know what? That album LL put out 2 years ago that Q-Tip produced is pretty good.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. So that kind of and for him to step away from the game for a while and come back to put that quality album out impressed me. So I don't know. That's a good debate. I still have LL in my top 10. I say that.
But should DMX be above both of them?
I may put DMX above both of them. 50's a I gotta think about 50 though. I gotta think about 50 on that one. Um all right, and let's get to hold on a minute.
Would you put Jadakiss over DMX?
No,
No. Okay.
nah, I'm not doing that. Um
Four
let's get
Rakim.
to the top four. Okay, so I'm good with Rakim before. I think that's
Yeah.
about right. And now
This
this
is
is
where it
interesting
got
one. Biggie,
tricky.
Jay-Z, and
Biggie, Biggie, and
Nas, the age
Nas.
old argument. You know where I'm going. I'm going Nas number one, Jay-Z number two, Biggie number three.
I got
But
Nas
I'm
number
not
one,
mad at this.
Biggie number two, Jay Z number three. I'm sorry, but
I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at this at all. I think, listen, you can say what you want about Jay-Z, but if you're going to look at an all-around rapper, awards and accolades, classic albums, lyrics, song making ability, impactful, timeless songs, record sales, and Billboard and number one hits and all of that other stuff. And Jay-Z is all of that. He is the most complete rapper of all time. Now, of course, I look at him and Nas as one and one A. I'm a Nas preference guy because I like deeper meaning. I would like lyricism. I like stories. I like to learn something a little bit more from my favorite rappers. But Jay-Z, he gives you the club bangers. He gave you the club anthems, the radio anthems, Um,
here's the messed up thing about Biggie.
yeah,
You can talk about the pause bars, but you can make an argument that Biggie made the greatest double CD of all time. That's one. Number two, his first album outside of that pause bar is damn near a perfect album.
yeah.
Now, even though he passed away, Born Again was actually a dope album. But so I'll just go before that. He wrote most of the Junior Mafia album. He's co-writing for Kim, co-writing for Lil C's. But even
But he
though Jay Z
can't, but he
has a
can't.
larger catalog, it's like it's hard to put that over what Biggie did.
But see, here's my thing. Like with Biggie, you can't beat out the longevity of Nas and Jay-Z. You just can't. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, he passed away. And if he would have lived, I think he would have been better than Jay-Z. I think Biggie probably would be number one hands down, but unfortunately,
Now, what you just said is why I kind of want a part of me wants to lower 50 Cent. Because even though 50 Cent had the first two albums and the mixtapes, after the mixtapes, it's like you really didn't care for everything else he put out outside of that.
yeah.
But it's just those two albums hold so much weight with 50. And I see the same when it comes to Biggie. Because let's keep it real. Go back to the bottom of the list.
Yeah.
There's a reason why no, scroll down. There's a reason why Melly Mel is on here. Is Melly Mel really a better rapper than Fabulous? Technically, no. But we know why Melly Mel is on here. Like he started shit. And when he started shit hit much harder than one into the two,
I'm gonna
two
be
into
honest
the
with you,
three,
man.
three into the four, man. You gotta breathe shit.
This might be sacrilege to some, but I might kick Melly Mel off this list. Seriously.
Hell no, okay. Because of that verse he did with Eminem about Eminem, because of that.
I think honestly, I really looked into this shit. The dude really is overrated, man. He is. I mean, but because he's a pioneer, he belongs on this list. You can't fight the message. You know what I mean? You can't fight that. And Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, but if we're really gonna be honest, as a rapper, dude, he really got exposed in that shit. And a lot of these guys are better rappers than him. Flat out.
That's messed up. Yeah,
What's messed up about it, man? Like,
that's damn, Mel. Why'd
well,
you
what's so
do that?
messed up about it? I'm here to hear your
Well,
side of
true.
it.
Shout out to Cool Keith. I'm happy you made this list. Makes some of the weirdest music, one of the weirdest discographies ever. Longer than anyone on here. So he's really MF Doom before MF Doom, Ghostface Killer before Ghostface Killer.
I never got into Cool Keith, but
Yeah. He just represent that complex type of style. You just either like it or you don't.
yeah,
Like Company Flow, LP, they fall under that. The
yeah.
Cunning Linguists, they fall under that. I forgot there's some group in Atlanta like that's all that type stuff. Tech Nine, he fall under that. You know what I'm saying?
Um, no, but I'm still waiting on this Melly Mel thing. So you're basically for one song, you would have him on here.
Yo, why you do Melly Mel like that, bruh? I mean, if
Well,
you want to lower Melly Mel, he can't be off this list. So if you want to put him at number 50, okay, but don't take him off the list.
I guess I'll put him at 50, probably 45, like low 40s or something like that. That's about it. You know what I mean? But that dude.
Now, there's a second list that we need to look at.
Yeah.
So to this day, you can
Well, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Let me redo my top 10 here.
okay.
Let me redo my
And
top.
we'll do that. All right, my bad. I got
this
it up
is-
by
this
the
is
way.
going kind of long. I wanted to wrap this up in an hour, but anyway, I'm okay with Jay-Z at number 1, but I'd have Nas at number 2. You could flip Nas and Jay-Z, man. Give me Nas 1, Jay-Z 2, Biggie 3, Rakim 4. I'd probably go DMX 5 right now. 6, I'll go 50. 7, I'd go 7, I'll go LL. I'll go 7 LL. 8, I will go 8, I'll probably go Jada Kiss on that one. 9, I'd probably go Busta Rhymes. And 10, I'd KRS or what? All right, 10, I'll go KRS. I'll probably go KRS on that one.
Now, with that being said, would you put Method Man over KRS-One?
Unfortunately, for the pioneer aspect, Method Man's a better MC, but for the pioneer aspect, KRS got to go there. He's got classics. He was like the original, like street rapper, kind of like, and he had a pretty lengthy career. I mean, he went 86 to like 96, 98 or whatever. What was the album? I Got Next. That album.
You got to keep in mind, it's 2 phases of KRS-One. There's Boogie Down Productions, and then there's KRS-One. So the first solo KRS-One album was Return of the Boom Bap. Classic. Clean as some of DJ Premier's best production on that album. Like
KRS could stay there. KRS could stay there. That would be my
after top that is the KRS-One solo album that had MCs Act Like They Don't Know and Rappers Are in Danger. Yo, that beat is hard right there. Wanna Be MCs. He got a song called Squash All Beef. He's the first rapper I heard that made a song talking about like, yo, we need to tell each other I'm sorry when something bad happens. Like he's the first thing I ever heard made a song about that.
KRS belongs in the top 10. What would your top 10 be?
I really don't have the top 10. I really got just the top 3. Number 1, Nas. Number 2, Biggie. Number 3, Jay-Z. Everything after that, I mean, to be honest to you, me personally, I would put Rakim over Jay-Z, but I got to keep it real. Jay-Z over Rakim. It's just hard for me to put Jay-Z over Biggie.
Yeah. That's fair because Biggie was Jay-Z before Jay-Z. So
Yeah.